Yeah, so one of the most unusual and most important elements of the PLA for me is we have designed and are operating under a very new operational paradigm when it comes to how we've set up this association. The PLA is a not-for-profit, non-commercial, and pre-competition organization. That's a very unusual thing within our environment and within our ecosystem. Our job here is to bring multiple stakeholders together and coordinate and, help the development of technology. We're not another startup coming along, trying to make more money and trying to have that real commercial approach to things. And by bringing together all of these ecosystem players in a non-competitive atmosphere, it's really a new way of working. And that's going to take time for us to design the right processes and, ensure we have the right stakeholders. And it's a long-term strategy. You don't make ecosystem changes like this overnight. And I'm really excited to hopefully be at the forefront of a new way of working for an entire industry. That's a very interesting place for us to be. And particularly with the not-for-profit element, again, it decomplicates a lot of the complexity in the ecosystem and allows us to take a very new approach to the way that we work with a lot of our stakeholders.
There's a couple of things we need to be very clear. So it's a software and development process, means you start somewhere with the requirements. The requirements normally coming from the business, also in that case. So the business people, they say, look, we need this, we won't have that. And so what we did is to incorporate that, we always created quick, let's say, quick mock-ups, quick solutions, so that the people always could see where we are. And we took then the feedback and integrated them for both sides, for the non-functional and the functional part. So that meant we had quick cycles of new versions. We had a demo system where we always applied the new version, where then the interested business partners, normally pharma companies, could test it. The pharma companies, they did a lot of demos, internal, but also to external organizations, and showing that. And the feedback from that was then normally brought back to the technical people and saying, hey, look, this is, we should change that, we should do this. And so we incorporated that, and also maybe a month later or 2 weeks later, they could see it in the demo system.
We got a lot of interaction, a lot of curiosity, a lot of interest from different stakeholders. HCPs and patients told us they didn't want individual company apps to get e-leaflets. You can imagine if you're a chronic patient or a patient with chronic illnesses from different companies having to have all these apps, that would be very inconvenient. So for that reason, we developed an app that can deliver any pharma company's leaflets. Patients told us that downloading an app can be a barrier. Some patients just don't want to go to the App Store and download something. They don't want that on their phone. So we developed a web app, which doesn't need download. The web version is very accessible, no download required. So we moved in that direction to increase accessibility for patients. And maybe the most important bit of feedback is our solution is not a silver bullet to solve all of their issues. As much as we would like it to be, it's not. And for this paradigm shift, this transformation from paper to paperless, there's going to be more collaboration and development needed. And we're going to learn more when we get the feedback from the pilots. So we need to keep open and agile as pilots take place, as we get more feedback and adapt to suit.